Good morning, everybody. This is Cyrus here, back with another video on another Matchbox real working rigs truck. Today we're going to be taking a look at the cherry picker. Now I'm going to quickly get into a little bit of information before we open this up. This was introduced around between 2012 and 2013, and it was around this time where the real working rigs would be coming to an end before they would go on a little break and then return in 2018. Now, for the cherry picker, it was one of the more harder to find real working rigs, partly because they only did it in one deco, which was this orange and white deco. And then, essentially, in 2014, they would come out with a limited time series of real working rigs. Many of these were reissued decos, but they did have a new deco. They had the original white and orange deco for the cherry picker, but they also came out with a mint green version with a black dump box. And then in 2022 they came out with a dark green, or not really dark green, it's a slightly darker shade of green, but it was a green and orange version. I did a video of this on my TikTok account. Then we got a reissue of that mint green version in 2023 in the last case of real working rigs. And then for the most recent case of real working rigs for 2024, included a reissue of the original deco for this cherry picker. So we'll get this cracked open. I guess I could do it on camera. Why not? Okay, come on. There we go. If I can get it out now. There. So let's lower it. Boom, down. So quickly showing you the sides of it. On the side it says Orangetown Green Division Maintenance. And it says Adler's Equipment on the side as well. Decos on the other side are very similar despite some differences with the casting itself. And then in terms of features, just want to quickly show this. The boom can be raised up. You can pivot it and telescope it out. And you can also rotate the entire boom 360 degrees in either direction, which is quite nice. Also, there is a tilting dump box in the back. Now, this is a cherry picker that would be used for tree care services, and usually you can tell this because of the tilting bed in the back. And the reason why I have that is because sometimes when they're doing tree maintenance and they're cutting the dead branches off of trees, they'll usually feed the tree branches into a wood chipper, and then it spits them out into the back of the cherry picker where they're collected. And then they would dump them out at the yard for recycling or compost. Also, with these style of cherry pickers, it's more common for this bed in the back to actually be covered due to the fact that the wood chipper can create a lot of force when the wood chips get spat out the discharge mechanism. I'm guessing they didn't do that cover here partly because they wanted to give it a bit more access if you're going to put little twigs in the back. Plus, the other thing is, aside from what we got going on there, there's also the fact that they were probably concerned about children trying to stick their fingers in and that they would get stuck if they try to stick their fingers in with a cover over the bed. And then finally, to wrap things up in terms of features, there are a couple of drop-down outriggers, if I can get them out. Let's see, can I pull it out? There we go, I got it. Let's pull it down. There we go. And then the other one drops down on the other side, and you can push them back up. I will warn you, though, if you do decide to get this, just be alert, because I've noticed that a lot of channels have done videos on this casting, and often at times the outrigger on the left side of the truck tends to not have enough friction to where it will drop down and you can't keep it back up. And I did have the same problem with my green version. So what I did is I put a little bit of blue tack or sticky putty there, just to kind of hold it up. But then if you want to display it drop down, you can. So that does the video on the Real Working Rigs cherry picker. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in some more videos very soon. Have a good, safe rest of your day, guys. Bye.